And welcome everyone to another episode of the Red Divide, channel dedicated to the greatest rivalry between Manchester United and Liverpool. The good old days, that's for sure. Anyway, on to this weekend's results. My cousin, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. I wasn't doing so great on Sunday, but I'm doing all right now. Looking forward to
Oh, why
tomorrow's
not?
game.
It
That
was a
result
great
behind us.
result on Sunday. What's wrong?
That was a frustrating game, Marcus. Luton were very defensive. They set
I
up
thought you
very, very
guys did
poorly.
well. You did extremely well. To get a point at Luton, that's a big result for Liverpool.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was one of those days at the office where our team just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. So,
Old Nunes was doing me proud, I saw. Miss
yeah,
after miss after
the,
miss.
the game before he scores the winner, he scores a cracker from outside the box. And unfortunately, he wore the wrong pair of boots against Luton. He had 5 or 6 chances. Two were wayward, completely off target. The rest, the keepers made a save. The keeper made 2 saves, and
You
he
get the
also,
crossbar.
yeah, hit the woodwork. But yeah, unfortunately, it's one of those games where Salah also ball came from a corner. He was on the edge of the box. He scarred it over. Jota had a chance. Keeper made a good
Yeah,
save.
on the left, Jota had his chance. Yeah,
Yeah. Gapko had a chance. The ball was a little bit behind him. Couldn't really pull it off. Unfortunately, it's just one of those days. It was very frustrating, especially Luton, taking the lead after we had pounded on that door constantly. And just to top it off, before Luton scored, we had the ball come in the box. Looked like Salah was actually going for goal. And he hit it, looked like he misheaded it, and it went straight to Darwin, and
Nunes.
he was like in the 6 yard box, and he scarred it straight over the poles. That was disgraceful.
It was brilliant. I did enjoy seeing
Yes,
that.
you should
Yeah,
have
that was
seen. I,
great.
I don't know if you, I don't know if you saw Klopp's face when he missed that chance. Klopp was
No,
irate on the side of the touchline. He was throwing his hands up, and you could see those crazy German eyes. He wasn't happy at all. To be
yeah,
fair,
no, like,
he had his fair share of chances to score, and he didn't. And yeah, they caught us on the counter. Nice goal from them. And then towards the end of the game, a fitting end to the game. Obviously with Diaz scoring a goal, nice little header to equalise, and then under his
fitting
football.
end. Are you
Pardon?
crazy? A fitting
Yeah,
end? Are you crazy? What are you talking about, man? It was a disastrous end. The poor, Luton were doing so well. They deserved a win. Got robbed, absolutely robbed. And yeah, and unfortunately, they lost 2 points on the day, and Liverpool scored one. So scored a point. So good for them.
yeah. Unfortunately, we dropped 2 points. The game was in our hands. We threw it away, but it was nice to see Diaz come back and score. He came on in the second half and he scored. I don't know if you're aware of what's going on with his
Shame,
family.
yeah, with his father, terrible man.
Yeah, so underneath his shirt he had,
Free my dad.
yeah, that's right, in Spanish.
Mm,
So it must have been
shame,
very
man.
difficult for him to, go onto the pitch and play. Imagine all that emotional roller coaster going on in his head with his family. But
Yeah, it's
he done
terrible.
well coming on. He scored. I think that's what he needed. Just to show that he's here. They
Sure.
can't beat him. He's a footballer. He's doing his job. But the club has supported him throughout the whole process, and they will continue. Hopefully, there'll be a resolution soon.
Yeah, no, shame, man. It's a lot, and you probably need that just to keep his mind busy,
Sam,
keep him away from thinking about the worst possible things, and get a bit of a distraction. Well done to him for coming on and scoring the goal, and then being able to celebrate and show the world that we've got a free his dad, which is great. Like football aside, it's more a hell of a lot more important than football,
exactly.
and yeah, let's hope that everything goes well, and his dad's a free man in the real near future. All the best
Yeah,
to them and their
that's
family.
yeah. We can only hope and pray that the authorities have got it under control, and they can
Mm,
find a resolution to this terrible situation as sooner
yeah,
rather than later.
that's crazy, eh? Crazy that geez, third world countries, they know that he's making a lot of money, and one way to try and get some money out of him is pull a stunt like that. It's rough, man. It's oof, different
And it's
world,
terrible.
two different worlds.
He represents the country. He plays for the country. It's not like he's no one. I don't think what these bandits have done by obviously kidnapping his mom and dad, and obviously his mom was let go. You know, I don't understand the mentality. You know, he's one of their own.
Yeah,
He's
they don't care. They just want money.
player. He represents their country, but for them,
Yeah,
obviously, that's not enough. They want. I don't know if they fell on hard times or they're just criminals. But yeah, it's difficult to see. You know, especially when it comes into sport. Um, although in general, it's not great. You know what I mean? But Colombia has that problem. I was reading the statistics of kidnappings that they have in that country, and
it's huge.
I never know. And that's why they have such little tourism because it's so dangerous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, it's not like a situation, but yeah, let's hope it can get resolved sooner rather than later.
Mm,
Yeah,
sure.
and you,
But yeah, so
Marcus,
end of the day, terrible result for Luton. Great result for Liverpool. Rescued a point. Yeah, I was hoping for Luton to come away with all 3 points. I was going to celebrate and be like, well done, Luton. It's about time. You know, someone put Liverpool in their place, showed them the levels to this game. You know, at least now you sort of found your level, sort of, you know, in line with Luton, and that's fine. At least you found it. It's all good.
Luton, you know what? They played well. They it just goes to show the caliber of the club, how they've built coming from championship, and also the commentators are talking about the money spent on their actual team. It's ridiculous, Marcus, how they've actually got to the Premier League with such
I
little
know.
funding. They've
Amazing,
done
amazing job.
incredibly well. Their manager is obviously top class, and the club is doing things, in an eco way where they don't have to spend money, and it's obviously working for them. Although they're struggling a little bit in the Premiership, they got lucky to get a point. We should have put them to bed long ago. It's our own fault. We dropped the points, but they showed character, and they actually tried to take us on, and they did. They made a game of it. They actually it was back and forth at some stages. The commentator was even saying, these players are going to run out of gas. It's what a game. It was so open. They weren't sitting back, although they were very defensive. When they went forward, they really went forward, and they were causing us
Yeah.
problems. But yeah, all the best to them for the rest of the season. Uh, they took 2 points of us,
You
which is
say
kind
that they're still going to come to Anfield and smack you there, so I wouldn't wish them too well just yet, my friend. That
yeah,
Kabore is danger. That
very
defender,
dangerous. Yeah,
he's danger. He's good.
he when
But
he
in my
was running that
fantasy
sprint,
team, he's sitting on the bench. In my fantasy team, I'm checking him there with 8 points. I'm like, that's wonderful. That's great. I wish you on the field. I wish I had you on the field instead of on my bench. But anyway,
yeah, it's a
um,
fantasy here.
such is life. Yeah, and then of course Darwin, as we mentioned, that dude had 5 or 6 chances, could have easily put the game to bed. But that's the thing with Darwin, and you and Steve and some of the other guys were, it's okay, he's still scoring goals, still this or that. Now it costs you, you know what I mean? When it costs you, then it's not so nice. No? Then you think twice. You're like, really wish he was a little more clinical, but
Yeah,
when he comes and bites you in the butt, cost you a decision, cost you a game, then
yeah.
it's not
Look,
so good.
like I've said before, he's not the finished product. He is hit and miss for sure. I think everyone knows that. He saved our asses against Newcastle. Two great strikes at the end of the game to win us the game. He won the game for us in the Carabao Cup, scoring the late goal. But yeah, he had the wrong boots on. He didn't have his shooting boots on against Luton, that's for sure. Missing open goals. Also another one skyrocket. And then the keeper made two good saves and he hit the woodwork. So
Well, like we
apart
say,
from the
he
open
hits the
goals,
crackers,
no,
misses
he
the
hit him
easy
with
ones.
pace. Keeper did very well. He hit the ball with pace. Keeper did really well for the two saves. Obviously,
Mm.
the crossbar is a crossbar. He couldn't do anything about that. But the open goal miss, you can't come back from that. Like Klopp, after that, he was finished. He was like going crazy, berserk on the side of the sidelines, and rightly so. You
Mm.
know what I mean? That lack of concentration in that precise moment by just tapping the ball in, it kept Luton in the game, and ultimately it cost us. They caught us on the break and they scored first,
Yeah,
and
that's
that
the
could have
thing.
been a whole different ball game. You know what I'm saying? So
It's the
yeah,
thing.
he's hit and miss for now, but I'm hoping that as time goes, he's more clinical.
Look, he's great at some really good, difficult shots. He scores some great goals. So let's see if he comes around and starts learning to score those tap ins.
I can only hope so, eh?
Yeah, let's see. Ideally, he just carries on, and this is what you get. This is great.
Yeah,
So yeah,
let's hope that's not the case.
and then my captain, scoring the winner.
Yeah, you're smiling for a change. It's nice
You
to see
know,
you
oh, I'm always
actually.
smiling. Even last week I was smiling. Not the whole
Last week,
episode, but for
you're
some of
probably
the
smiling
episode.
inside. On the
You can even
outside,
see
it's
the
a bit.
shorts. On the shorts, I'm even smiling. So it's all good if you go watch the shorts.
I saw
Um,
they're
yeah,
brilliant.
that's to all you audience. Go watch the shorts. Anyway, um, yeah, captain, my captain. You know that he scored. I think he scored 4 goals this season. Every
Yeah,
single one of them has been a winner. It's my captain, cuz don't question him. Don't give him shit. He's there to rescue the game and do what we need.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I'm sure.
Bruno.
I'm sure you were sweating that game, Marcus. Hey, he scored in the
No,
91st
I
minute.
wasn't sweating because remember I predicted a draw. So I was like, well, at least I was right. It is what it is. We're not playing well, so at least you're not losing. I'll take the draw. And then
Yeah.
bang, 91st minute, Bruno slots it away. That was good. Happy to see that.
So, you know what? It's a good 3 points considering that the game was pretty even. And you guys actually needed that result. You guys have been struggling throughout the whole season, been very inconsistent. And I
Well,
would hate to
they
see
just allowed that goal in the first half after 8 minutes. You see that?
yes, I did actually.
That was BS. That was so pathetic. I was like, But anyway, is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. So another 3 points for you, at least gives you some confidence going into tomorrow's game.
So listen to this stat. I know you like to come with your stats now and again,
I
Mr.
do.
Statman Ray. So United, this is the first start to a season since 1962.
I
Okay,
read
for
that.
United, and we find ourselves 6 points behind Liverpool and Arsenal. Man, isn't that funny? Like, it just shows you that United, we used to be on a whole different level, and even in
Yeah,
our absolute worst start in 60 years, we still only 6 points behind you boys. It's 2 wins. Easy peasy. Done. Quick six. So let's see.
yeah, that is a crazy stat. I read that the other day. I was actually thinking of bringing it in onto the show, but at the time things weren't going really well for you, and I was afraid that you're going to pull the plug. You don't want everyone to see your real face.
Yeah. Oh no. So yeah, man, the facts are the facts. You got to lay them out. So don't be shy.
For sure.
So yeah,
Decent
so a good
effort.
win for United. Really needed that, as you mentioned. Hopefully, our game against Copenhagen goes well, and because obviously international breaks, just around the corner, which is another pain in the butt. Nobody wants
Yeah,
to deal with another international break, but thank God it's the last one for the year.
that's it.
And we can get back to footy, and then we enter that festive season where it's non-stop football. Every three or
Yeah,
so
that's
days, it's footy, footy, footy. Cannot wait.
it's great for us. Difficult for the players, but that's why they have got
I don't
such
want to
good.
hear that about the players because those guys get paid millions, millions and millions. There's all kinds of technology, ice baths, saunas, whatnot. You guys can play. Trust me, you can play. They give
They
me.
put
They
that
want to
on me.
give me. $1 million $1 million, million bucks a week, or 750 or 500, whatever they're all on. Different, all depending on skill. You'll see me perform every 3 days. Don't you worry. I don't want to hear excuses. When you have Virgil van Dijk come out and say, "Oh, we play so much and it's unfair," and I'm like, man, you there. You guys are modern day gladiators without all the violence. Deal with it. Like, that's the reason you get paid so much. It's because you're spectacle. You're out there performing. You're a show.
Yeah,
So do your job and be out there and play the game. I have no sympathy for those guys. Get paid too
clearly.
much money.
Yeah, they do. You know what I mean? They have lucrative salaries. At the end of the day, they are professional sportsmen, and if their body says they can't, then they must get subbed with someone else. At the end of the day, That's
100%. That's why you have a squad.
for sure. Utilize it, right?
Correct.
So you
So
boys
yeah,
are away
so
tomorrow, eh?
we are good old Copenhagen. Ericsson apparently he's never played there for club football, only international.
Okay.
And of course, he's played there many times because he's a regular in the international team.
Yeah.
So they mentioned the stadium, the atmosphere. It's amazing. It's really loud. It can be intimidating, but that's what it's all about. You'd think that you live for moments like that. You know what I mean? I think back
Exactly.
to Barcelona last year. We beat Barca in the No Camp, man, and that atmosphere was wild. It was crazy. So just got to play well, and start building some form. Go into the international break after this weekend with wins in the back pocket, and you know get started when you come back with a fresh outlook and ready to just carry on. Um, but yeah, so it'll be interesting. I saw Varane was training again, which is good. So hopefully he starts, um, and we go from there. I'd like to see. I see even Bahinda, our goalkeeper. He travelled, but Onana will keep it. He'll stay as number one. You'll have Varane and Lindelof. I imagine, or Maguire next to him with Regulon, because again, still Luke Shaw, Malacia still injured. I heard today that Casemiro and Martinez are out until Christmas.
Oof.
So
Right.
yeah, that's thank God we got in Amrabat as cover. So
Yeah.
it'll likely be Amrabat, Ericsson, Scotty, Bruno, one of those four plays of three.
Combination.
Yeah, and Wan-Bissaka on the right, I imagine, or Delo, depending. And Rashford I believe Rashford will be back. He'll start. Who to put on the right there? Because Anthony hasn't quite been doing it. He needs to find some form because he hasn't been good at all. So
No.
maybe Pellistri. Um, Otherwise, you play Rashford on the right and Garnacho on the left. But got to do something with that right side. Still the age old thing. We thought we bought Sancho for that. He prefers playing on the left, so that was fake news. Anthony actually does play on the right, but hasn't lit the world of light, since he arrived. So still needs something on the right side. And of course, Hoyland will play up front. So he's also going back, to that side of the world, and see how it goes. We're pretty good.
You're predicting a win?
Yeah, we have to. Even though it's away, even though we just about beat them in the home leg, you've got to imagine that we we didn't play well. So you've got to imagine that we should be too much for them. And I mean, anything can happen, but you've got to think United will win that game by a goal or two. Our problem is not scoring enough goals. We don't score enough goals, and that's our problem. So we've got to find our scoring boots like Darwin. We've got to find our scoring boots and put some goals away, and then we'll be fine. So yeah, I'm going to go with the win.
Yeah, I'll probably go with a win as well. The opponents probably isn't the strongest, although you guys are struggling for form. I think a win, probably a draw or a win would probably be a fair result. Again, depends
How do you know?
who
You haven't seen the game
United
yet.
turns up. Depends which United turns up, obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah, it should be a good game. Yeah, my mind's saying you should win, but then the back of my mind, I'm still thinking possibly a draw. I think I'm hoping for a draw so that you guys actually get kicked out of the Champions League. That would be great. And yeah, join us in Thursday Night Football, Marcus.
it won't get kicked out because PSG will go and beat Gala again. They'll beat Galatasaray, and then they stuck on 4 points, and we'll be on 6 or 4 if we draw. Otherwise, 6 if we win. We go second, and then we have to play Galatasaray and PSG. So yeah, ideally we win, so we go 2 points ahead of Galatasaray.
Bayern.
Huh?
Bayern.
Sorry, Bayern. Sorry, I was reading too much news today about PSG. So yeah, so go with Bayern. Bayern will beat Galatasaray again, and then it's down to those last two games. Beat Galatasaray, and we're fine. We're done. We're in.
Yeah, if you beat
And then the Bayern's a freebie. It's a free hit as long as we beat Galatasaray. So win tomorrow, beat Galatasaray. It's done. We're through.
yeah, it's achievable for sure. Obviously, you guys have to win your games, and then see what happens from there. Hopefully, get some good results. Go your
Yeah,
way.
yeah. And then we'll see how the round of 16 goes. First, we've got to get there, so don't jump the gun. But it'll be obviously we'll get a first seeded team because we'll finish second.
Yeah,
So we'll make life difficult for ourselves as always, as United like to do. And yeah, let's just get through the group, and I'll be happy, just to get to the round of 16.
For
But
sure.
then on to certain Thursday night football. Guys, talk to us about Thursday night football. What's it all about? What tournament's that?
Um, Come on, cuz you know this. It's that tournament you guys couldn't win. United went all the
Oh,
way
we
and
won it.
lost.
We won it, cuz. We won it in
Not last season.
2018, man. What are you talking
I'm
about?
talking about last season, my cuz. We're not talking about history. Because every
We
time I
passed
refer
that.
to
And we
history
don't want to
in
win
the
it more than
past,
once. It's just one title we hadn't had before, so we won it, and we don't want to win it again. Come on.
you see what happened. Ten Hag got you guys all confident. You guys won the Carabao Cup. You thought that you could actually go all the way and win Thursday night football, only to get to the last hurdle and fail. You know what I'm saying? So, what we can do as your greatest rivals, we can go on and show you how to win this tournament, my cousin.
Okay.
That's what
Well, that's a lot of
tonight's all
talk.
about.
That's a lot of talk. So let's see how the end of the season pans out, and we'll come
Liverpool,
back and we'll
Liverpool,
chat
baby.
about this. Chat about this little Europa League that you say that you're going to go one step further and show us how it's done.
For sure. And I said it at the beginning of the season. I said I'm confident that is a competition that can go all the way. So
You
I'm not
should.
backtracking on my words.
You should. You're one of the better teams in there. I mean, I almost said you're a Champions League team, but you're nowhere near a Champions League team. But you're a good team, so you should actually do well. You know what I mean?
We'll see at the end of the season who's a Champions League team or not, Marcus. Then we can
Oh,
revisit
that's
the
true.
conversation.
That is true. Well, let's
Enjoy it
see.
now. Enjoy it now while you can.
I'm looking forward to you guys going deep in this Europa and playing that Thursday, Sunday football and watching it take it all out of you and seeing how you
No,
struggle and suffer. And then
it's
we'll
not going to
see who's a
happen.
Champions League team at the end of the season.
It's not going to happen. So yeah, tomorrow we're playing an early game. It's 5:45 in France.
Tomorrow, I mean Thursday.
Sorry, Thursday. Today's Tuesday.
You see, you think you're a
I'm really
Champions League team again. Take it easy, cuz Thursday night football.
I'm really thinking about Champions League football. Yeah, you got me
Yeah,
going.
jeez.
Yeah, so we play them on Thursday night, Marcus, in France. It'll be a tricky fixture. Obviously the boys they're not really on a high, but disappointed with the weekend's results.
Come on, man. It's one result. You guys have done so well. What are you talking about?
No, it's obviously the disappointment of creating all those chances and being in the game for such long periods and just not finishing. You know what I mean? The disappointment of throwing 3 points away at the end of the day. But yeah, I reckon we'll go again with a weakened squad. We'll probably start with Gomez on the right, Kelleher in the goals, Matip and Kwanzaa, the centre partnership. We'll go to
And
Miskas, Kwanzaa, yeah, Gerald Kwanzaa, 20-year-old. He's doing well. He's done well this season so far. I like him. He's physical. He tackles. He wins headers. His passing's decent, and he's got a good eye for breaking through the lines of the midfield, which I like
so
about
what's
him.
he? So
Yeah,
what's he doing playing for Liverpool?
yeah, he's going to be the new Virgil van Dijk, Marcus.
Oh, the new
His name
Virgil.
for years. So yeah, that's what I like about this competition. It gives our younger players an opportunity to experience European football.
Sure.
So yeah, I reckon we'll probably go in the midfield. Endo should start. He did well in the last game, scoring a goal as well. Probably Curtis Jones will come back in. He never started on the weekend. And we'll probably go with Gravenberg. That looks like a nice little pairing. He's got a lot of flair. And then I'm hoping if Diaz is in the right state of mind to play, I'm hoping that he starts on the left. I want Jota to start up front just to give Darwin, a little bit of opportunity to think about his finishing. And then Salah, I think, or Ben Doak. Ben Doak might start. He was out, he had a little bit of a niggle, so he's been training. He's had like 4 training sessions now. So he might start over Salah on the right. But yeah, like I said, it's going to be a weakened squad. But I think we'll get the 3 points for sure.
Oh, because who are you playing?
Toulouse.
Yeah, okay. You should win.
Yeah,
Um,
okay.
no disrespect. It's just different levels. You
Yeah, of
Luton's
course.
level, remember? So you should win. Um, so yeah, you'll win that game.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know what?
And
I'm
yeah,
talking a lot right now. I'm talking a lot about
you
Luton. We play Luton on the weekend. So
exactly.
if things don't go well on the weekend, yeah, this is going to backfire. But Yeah,
Big
you Luton
time.
devil. All good.
There should be a backlash.
Yeah,
Yes,
geez.
that wraps up our weekend games in this game week for our European competitions. So, Marcaz, I have a question for you.
No need to ask the question. I know where you're going. So yes, Ray was for shame. It doesn't happen very often, but he was right this time, and he got the predictions right for the second five. He got a little closer. I think I had 12 points. He had 11 for Liverpool, and he actually
That's
got
right.
10. So I don't know how or why I predicted they would get more points than he predicted his own team would get more points. See what happens when you hang around with these Liverpool guys. You
You,
talk to them too much. They
yeah,
start like hypnotizing you and confusing you, and then before you know it, you're speaking all kinds of crap like they do. You know what I mean? So I apologize. Won't happen again. Yeah. Anyway, well done, Marcus.
thanks, Marcaz.
Oh.
Round one and round two goes to me. Let's see what happens with round three.
Again, like I said, it's not how you start; it's how you finish, Marcus.
Oh,
And
yeah,
we both
that's
wrong. We're both wrong on United's first result. We both had a draw.
yeah, we did,
So we'll see how that goes. And what did we have for Liverpool? We both had a win or something, didn't we?
we did, we did.
So we both we on par. Yeah, we level. We got both wrong.
Yeah, let's see what the tally of points comes up. Obviously, your predictions and my predictions, what's actual. Yeah, so I think this next five games is a little bit more trickier. So it
Mm.
will be more tight for sure. Hopefully, I nick it again. That would be great.
No, no, don't know so much. We'll see. I was very, I don't say negative, but I was not too positive about my upcoming five results based on those last two games,
Yeah,
losing to City, losing to Newcastle, and yeah, I mean I had us losing to Everton at Goodison, and
good.
I don't remember all the other ones, but yeah, let's see how it all pans out. It's going to be interesting. We'll see. I'm hoping. I hope that I'm terribly wrong and United go and get 15 points. That'd be amazing, but we'll see.
That's not going to happen.
Well, we started with three. We need to pick up another four wins, one of the three wins, and we're good. Well, four wins, yeah, and we're good.
Yeah, four more wins and then you're good. That's right.
Hmm.
Your games, you don't really. Well, okay. You play Everton, Newcastle, and Chelsea. So
I'm
Luton,
not too
Everton,
worried about
Newcastle,
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
I'm worried about Newcastle.
I see Newcastle lost tonight against Dortmund, in the Champions
Yeah,
League.
strange, eh? Like absolutely smashed City. I mean PSG. So it shows you when they're up for it, man, danger team. And when they're not and they lose to Dortmund, I don't think are as good as PSG. It's still a really good team and Champions League proven. But they went and lost to Dortmund and also lost to even you guys, lost to Liverpool earlier in the season. Those are two results they should easily have won. But but yeah, it
All in
depends
the
what you
win
get with
now.
Newcastle. Depends which Newcastle shows up. So yeah, let's hope we can turn them over. But when they're firing, danger team,
Yeah,
danger team.
Eddie Howe's got them going. They're in the groove for sure.
Mm,
They're up there.
mm,
They're danger.
that's for sure. So let's see, man. Yeah, I hope my boys can start turning the season around. We need it. Can't let can't let this continue and give ourselves such a difficult starting place to move back up the log to. It's rough, man.
Yeah, it's cool, man. I'm enjoying it. Hopefully, you guys continue. Be inconsistent. It's good for me. It shows your
Do you,
true character.
do you
The
remember we
caliber
spoke the
of
other
the
day?
club.
Do you remember we spoke the other day and I said there's still lots of bumps and twists and turns in the league. You just
Indeed.
had your first one. Plenty more to come. Don't you worry.
That's our second one. Spurs was the first one.
No, you deserve to lose that game.
Fuck off. Come on. We watched that game in Monaco.
Oh,
You were still like,
yeah.
my cuz, I don't like Liverpool, but you Oaks didn't deserve this. You didn't deserve this. Now, look how you've changed your tune.
I think you were drinking too much that day and you don't remember what we're talking about.
No, we drank too much the night before, not that day. That day was a terrible day for football for both of us.
Yeah. Good times though.
Great times, for sure.
No, awesome, my cuz.
Yeah, it's been a great chat again, once again. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for another episode. If you enjoy the content that we produce, please continue to follow us, like, share, and subscribe. Tell all your mates about these two crazy cousins that keep on going at each other. Hopefully, they'll also find it entertaining. Yeah, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Guys, a quick
Peace.
one.
Yeah,
Just
my boy.
what's going on? Why are you dressed like an Eskimo?
So, my cuz, the UK's had a bit of a crazy storm, and the weather's quite bad there. And it seems to have blown over to Portugal. So, for the past 4 days, it's been really chilly. Yeah, so we're all in winter pajamas, jackets. Yeah, it's not so great. I don't like the cold. Hopefully, it will blow over within the next week or so, and then yeah, lightweight jackets again.
Now you see,
But
you
it's the best though.
Liverpool boys are not built like they're built like the Man United guys. They're not made like us United boys. Short
Yeah,
sleeves. We don't need to worry about jackets and whatnot.
we de-
So
we're definitely not made like you
you
guys.
guys have
Even
to
when our
harden
team,
up. You guys have to
even
harden up. Don't
yeah,
worry,
okay. Let me
all
give you a
good.
good example. Even when my team is cuck and they were cuck for 30 years, I still used to watch the games. Last week, you were
Watched
like,
my game.
uh, I might
I
wake
watched my
up, I
game.
might watch halfway. I'm not quite sure yet. It just goes to show the caliber of the support. You guys are cuck
But it's
muckers.
also different. I was raised winning trophies. You were raised winning nothing. So you were just used to mediocre performances. So you could continue to watch that and continue. You know what I mean? Just get used to it. I was
So
used to
what
being the best of the best, and now we're like Liverpool. It's not so good.
you've you've
So
got you've got half of the story right, yeah. I enjoyed winning to start with when I started supporting Liverpool. Then Sir Alex Ferguson came in and changed
when
all
you
of
were
that.
too young, what are you talking about?
No, I started supporting Liverpool when I was
You're
6 years
picking in,
old.
man. You watched the highlights from years before.
I did actually. I did, and that's how I got to obviously like all of the old
Exactly.
players.
Yeah.
Yeah, my cuz. That's how it
Different
goes.
standards, man. Different standards. So yeah, we know we're near our own standards. So
One
anyway.
day when you guys will be like us.
Yeah, no. Awesome, like that. It's great chat, and we'll catch up soon. Sweet. Thanks,
Nice
everyone.
one.
Ciao. Bye.
Bye.